Rahim. This is the sixth lecture of this series, Technical Writing and Presentation Skills. And in this lecture, I would like to say something on the structure of the essay writing. My name is Lukman Shah. Now, before embarking on this topic, I would like to define writing. Writing is a sequence of letters, words, or symbols marked on a surface. The activity or occupation of composing text for publication. Writing is a medium of human communication that represents language and emotion with signs and symbols. In most languages, writing is a complement to speech or spoken language. The result of writing is called text. Now, definition of essay. Essay in its normal or in a straightforward generic term, a short piece of writing on a particular subject. The parts of an essay. Traditionally, it has been taught that a formal essay consists of three parts: the introductory paragraph or introduction, the body paragraph or paragraphs, and the concluding paragraph. An essay does not need to be this simple, but it is good starting point. Now look at this word, the word essay, which is derived from Latin word exegere, which means to examine, test, drive out. So this is the test of the capability and the creativity, the mental ability of the writer. And this is a sort of test, examine, and through essay we can drive out the knowledge, the quality, the quantity out of any writer. Given this definition, what could the purpose of an essay be? So this is a question mark. Now these are the purposes of question, despite of the fact that discovering knowledge, making a point, persuade the reader, share information, synthesize information, analyzing topic, document your observation, and all of the above are included in the purposes of essay writing, other than testing the knowledge, examining, and driving out. Now think of writing process. In fact, how step-by-step process should be adopted for this essay writing. Now the most important thing is read and read and read more. For if you are in habit of good reading of good authors, then you will be able to have the idea, the material, the quantity, the quality which is required for good essay writing or for a good research paper or for good writing, in fact. Then brainstorming the ideas. Think about the each and every possible detail of any writing, regardless of the fact that that is relevant to that or not. Think about it, correlate the things to that particular idea. Then develop a working thesis and outline. The outline and working thesis is a sort of mapping the structure, the blueprint, the overall skeleton on which we can develop the body structure. Then write a rough draft, the first draft, the rough, and then review for the content, revise rough draft again, review for grammar and mechanics, punctuation, then revise second draft, and then continue reviewing and revising until needed and until at the end a satisfactory and a good composition of essay is resulted. From where can I get ideas? The most important that we are able to write something, but there is nothing in our mind to write on it. So read text related to your topic. Very important. It can be from the magazine, it can be from the journal, from internet surfing, from any other resources which are available to you, the books, the e-blogs, or a lot of other forums are there where we can find text relevant to our topic. Then use brainstorming technique. Despite the fact that we have read a lot about that, we have a lot of material, but we are unable to recall it. So brainstorming will help us to recall, to remember those items. And then we should have a ballpoint and a paper in hands, and then listing the ideas which is flashing back in our mind, and then clustering our mind mapping, clustering. Try to combine the similar idea in a similar list 1, list 2, list 3, list 4, and then free writing. In fact, write what you are you want to write whatever you had in your mind, write it on the paper. That would be a sort of first draft. Then discuss the issue with others. This is another point. Discuss the topic with your teacher, with your father, with your brother, and to whom, to those, with those people from whom you can get something. And then research the topic. Try to find something on that particular topic, because you will not be the only person who is writing on that topic. A lot of people, other people other than you, would have been produced some qualitative and quantitative work on that. So read out so that you can have some sort of information. Then brainstorming. Sometimes work in reverse order. Then determining the facts, ideas, support them with evidence. For example, if you are explaining that the literacy rate of Pakistan is good, so this simple good is not, this is a fact, but you should substantiate this fact with evidence that the literacy rate of Pakistan is 60%. So this will be a sort of evidence in support of that your idea. Comments about the significance of evidence. Sometimes once the writer knows his or her point to be made, then he develops a thesis statement. No, first thesis statement and then developing the points or work, or first having the work and then thesis statement. It is up to the writer that in which manner he or she can write. So it is the convenience of that particular writer. Next, develop the introduction and conclusion, and revise to include transitional sentences and connection to the thesis in each. Transitional sentences will definitely contributes towards the coherence, and the overall impact will be contributing or leading towards the unity. Now clustering mean that revolving the single idea, the relevant element should be revolving the single idea, the main idea. Write your main point in the center of a page and circle it, and as ideas comes to your mind, branch off from the main point. Think of the cluster as a tree, and each idea branching off a previous idea. Do not censor or edit yourself. Write what comes in your mind, whether that is relevant to that topic or not. Then developing a working thesis. A thesis comes at the end of the introduction section of your essay. Normally this comes at the end of the introductory section or introductory paragraph, which is the first paragraph. It lets the reader know exactly what overall point you are trying to make, and it should be specific, not general, because you are writing on a specific topic. So the thesis statement should be specific. More generalized or generic thesis statement will lead to astray, or you will be unable to have that much material at that much space to write on that, and it can be used by the reader and the writer as a roadmap for the rest of the paper. This is very important, as topical sentence is the main or the key sentence in paragraph. Thesis statement is the backbone and soul of any essay writing. Now it is not fixed, it can be and should evolve as your ideas evolve. You can be on the right, for example, the merits and demerits of democracy. So you can on the side of merits, or you can on the side of demerits, that democracy has such and such merits, or democracy has such and such demerits. No, it is up to you that how you are taking that particular topic and how you are elaborating, and do you have the required material for that essay writing. Then all these things will lead to your thesis statement. What you present in the paper should not deviate from what you promise in the thesis. Thesis is a sort of map road, the signposts, the milestones through which we can head towards our destination and establish a sort of expectation. The thesis statement creates a sort of expectation, and we should be fulfill on those expectations. And what an essay looks like. So the title, introduction, and in introduction there would be thesis statement, and then body paragraph. Each and every body paragraph will be start from the topic sentence, and then supporting details, and then body paragraph again if next point in next paragraph, topic sentence, supporting details, and there will be conclusion at the end paragraph of that essay. The parts of essay, look at this structure. This is This is the introductory paragraph, and in introductory paragraph, general statements and information about the topic is declared, and thesis statement is always there in the first or in the introductory paragraph, and then the points regarding that. Point 1 will be in paragraph 1, point 2 will be in paragraph 2, or the portion 1 will be in paragraph 1, and then 2, and then 3, and there will be conclusion. Conclusion will be a sort of restatement or a brief summary of what we have declared in the introductory paragraph and in the 3 main body paragraphs. Now outline exampling. For example, if you want to outline, so you should do it in this manner. Introductory paragraph and declaration of the thesis statement, and then the first portion of the paragraph or the main point, and then supporting points, and then detail, and then supporting point, and then detail, one support, one logic, second, and then the second paragraph again supporting the main point and elaborating in details. It can be in statistic form, it can be in facts form, it can be in example form, quotation form, and then the third, and this is the fourth, and at the end there will be conclusion to that essay. Importance of essay writing. It is a good exercise to practice for examination and for career opportunities. Your writing skills matter a lot. Remember, life is about how you are speaking and how you are writing, and in your academic or in your career progression you will be tested for these two skills: the how good you are at speaking and how good you are at writing. Writing skills are important in all fields, and therefore writing essays helps in quality writing. Scale for academic score. In fact, if you are a good writer, you will have good score, you will have good grades. Essay writing teaches the student to evaluate, analyze, and think critically, and this broadens the horizon of the thinking of the students. Our world is all about writing. Remember, in day-to-day life, we have this: the tweeting, the posting, the messaging, the email, and the texting, SMS, MMS, and a lot of things which we are writing, and other forms of communication have some form of writing involved. Writing skills are important in all fields, and therefore student must be careful in quality writing. The better the student gets at it, the better they will be able to present and represent themselves on social media, present their idea as well as their profession as writers whose writings are worth reading. Now, thanks for listening to me so patiently, and this is the end of